Ilya Calderon, Univision.
Good evening.
So listen. Once again, I think 2 or 3 days ago now, we'll see by the time you see this video, the second GOP Republican presidential debate took place at the Ronald Reagan Library. It was all the ones from the first one, except for Asa. I don't even know who that guy is. The old dude, one of the old dudes. He wasn't there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, and I'm going off of memory because honestly, that shit was stupid. Like the first one was kind of dumb, but the second one was actually a lot worse. When it came to the moderators, they added a third moderator, who I don't know if they put her there for like Spanish representation, Latino representation, Latinx representation. And it was like a clown show. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really dumb. There were no standouts. Me personally, I felt like Vivek kind of won the first one. This one, I don't think Vivek won. He still did him, but he could definitely use some. Well, we'll start there. Okay, let's start on Vivek. Okay, Vivek Ramaswamy, which the mainstream media still tries to say his name wrong on purpose. Some people in the mainstream media. So with him, his tactic originally in the first one was, be honest, be straight up, say what he means, try to speak as much as he can, because they're gonna try to cut him off. And he came out off the bat saying that everybody else on the stage was bought and paid for.
I'm the only person on the stage who isn't bought and paid for.
Career politicians, okay? Which he's not wrong about that, because they are. Been in the game for years, maybe even decades for some of them. And what have they done? But this time around, it seems that, I guess in some polls, it shows that his approval went up, but also his disapproval went up as well. So maybe some of his advisors advised him to play a little nicer. So he didn't really go out and attack all of them. He refrained from, just personal attacks and, the shit that they was doing. He kept reiterating that they're all good people. They're all going to work together, maybe.
We think about the fact that Vivek just said we were all good people, and I appreciate that because last debate, he said we were all bought and paid for. And I thought about that for a little while and said, I can't imagine how you could say that knowing that you were just in business with the Chinese Communist Party and the same people that funded Hunter Biden millions of dollars was a partner of yours as well. It's not nonsense.
So look, here's what I want to respond. These are good people who are tainted by a broken system, and it's not the fault of any.
But I think personally, after seeing the whole hour-plus long debate, he probably should have kept on the hardball, and just be straight up with it instead of trying to play nice because they don't like him. It seems that everyone else, except for maybe was the guy Burke Burnham, whatever his name was, the North Dakota guy. He, except for him, seemed like everybody else and Ron DeSantis, everybody else was on the page to attack Vivek. Tim Scott, neocon, warmongering, Nikki Haley, and Mike Pence and Chris Christie. Actually, Chris Christie cooled off on him a little bit. Chris Christie kind of focused on Krispy Kreme. Christie kind of focused on attacking Trump. But listen. Vivek's trying to talk. Tim Scott talking over him. Won't let him talk. Keep talking while he's trying to talk. Vivek trying to talk. Nikki Haley while he's trying to talk like a fucking chihuahua.
Thank you for speaking while I'm interrupting.
Literally.
While I'm speaking.
You said bought and paid for.
If I may finish.
You can't be on both sides.
Gentlemen, you'll have your turn.
We cannot do deals with the CCP 4 years ago.
This isn't productive.
I want to hear about that.
Let's have a policy debate. Just briefly interject here.
I thought you said something about waiting until your turn to talk. So hold on. So at the end of the day, I'm going to finish my. I'll be happy to debate this.
Go ahead and I'll respond.
Mike Pence. I think Mike Pence actually made like a sex joke too at some point. That was kind of like, what the hell.
When you have the President of the United States sleeping with a member of the teachers union, there is no chance that you could take the stranglehold away from the teachers union every day. They have an advocate inside the White House every day for the worst of their teachers, not for our students to be the best they can be.
Full disclosure, Chris, you mentioned the president's situation. My wife isn't a member of the teachers union, but I got to admit I've been sleeping with a teacher for 38 years, and so full disclosure.
But yeah, and Vivek was kind of just like taking the personal attacks. Nikki Haley again, lying again, all right? Saying that, oh, he did business in China. And, well, did she say that? She said that, and, well, anyways, one of them brought it up, or they brought it up a couple times to try to frame it. And it's the same thing they did when it came to Soros, right? They try to say, oh, look, Vivek is connected to George Soros, connected to the WEF, the World Economic Foundation, or whatever, Forum. Even though, if you look at the whole story, that's not exactly what it is. And people who are dumb, as well as people who are not dumb, but are easily able to get misconstrued, to get confused and misconstrued with information blasting in their face, back to back to back, who don't have time to sit and think about something deeper, that's who they're aiming for, to trick them. They're saying, oh, Vivek has ties to China. He did business with China. But if you're a business person, there's a big likelihood that you're going to do something with China. Look at America. All of our stuff comes from China. And Vivek explained that even after they did, he was one of the only ones that pulled their business out of China. So again, what you're trying to bring up is a moot point. You're trying to, hit below the belt.
This is infuriating because TikTok is one of the most dangerous social media apps that we could have. And what you've got, I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say. Because I can't believe that here you've got a TikTok situation. What they're doing is these 150 million people are on TikTok. That means they can get your contacts, they can get your financial information, they can get your emails, they can get text messages, they can get all of these things.
This is very important for our party.
What they're
this
doing.
is very important for our party, and I'm going to say
you've gone and you've helped China make medicines in China, not America. You're now wanting kids to go and get on this social media that's dangerous for all of us. You went and you were in business with the Chinese that gave Hunter Biden $5 million. We can't trust you. We can't trust you. We can't have TikTok in our kids' lives.
This is very important.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you have 15 seconds.
I think, excuse me.
You have 15 seconds, Mr. Ramaswamy.
Thank you. I think we would be better served as a Republican Party if we're not sitting here hurling personal insults and actually have a legitimate debate about policy following Reagan's 11th commandment in his honor. And the answer is that is what actually makes our country strong. And I believe in these people. These are good people on the stage. They disagree, but let's have a legitimate disagreement.
Other than that, I think Vivek should have kept playing hardball, should have doubled down. You can call them good people, but still double down that they're bought and paid for. I saw black conservative call them prostitutes because they sell themselves to the higher powers that be, especially Nikki Haley, from what I can see. Yeah, because they're really attacking him and trying to railroad him and bulldoze him, and he's just sitting there taking this with a smile. No, that does not give strength. Because if you're president of the greatest nation on the planet, the strongest nation on the planet, America, the United States of America, you have to seem unfazable. You got to be able to, dish it back out and keep looking strong because other countries looking at that. But again, let's see how he adjusts with that going forward. And I'm not saying that he needs to stoop to their level and lie, but stand up for yourself. Stay 10 toes down. He still got off a lot of good things that he was saying. What else I think? I think Ron DeSantis did better this time than the first time. Ron DeSantis kind of focused in and honed in a lot on his successes in Florida. I like that they brought up the slavery is beneficial thing, and he set that straight. I'll play the clip.
What is your message to them?
So first of all, that's a hoax that was perpetrated by Kamala Harris. We are not going to be doing that. Second of all, that was written by descendants of slaves. These are great black history scholars, so we need to stop playing these games. Here's the deal.
There is not a redeeming quality in slavery. He and Kamala should have just taken the one sentence out.
Mike Pence, same old, blah, 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 didn't care. Aside from the first thing I said about Tim Scott, didn't care. Nikki Haley, really don't like her. She just comes off as really annoying. Oh my gosh, shut up. I think that some people, all of them kind of refrained from going back and forth with Nikki Haley, except for Tim Scott. Tim Scott was going back and forth with her towards the end. But I think a lot of people are trying to refrain from talking to her crazy because I think she's the only woman on the stage, and I don't think they want to be seen as misogynistic, right? Or sexist. Because remember when Vivek was on, I forgot if it was CNN or MSNBC, and he was pretty much schooling the news anchor, and boom, they tried to slander him saying he was mansplaining. Like, what the fuck? She didn't know what she was talking about. The shit she was saying was blatantly false and wrong. And they tried to say he was mansplaining and sexist and misogynist. So it's like, okay, whatever. What else happened? Gavin Newsom was there. And he was just talking junk. Afterwards. And yeah, and then the moderators seemed like they were kind of against Vivek too, because they're letting a lot of people cut him off and talk over him, and then they were trying to stop him, only giving 15 seconds, while other people had like 30 or more seconds. And when they tried to stop him, they barely stopped. They barely tried to stop them from over talking, right? But when it was Vivek, they was not going for it. So now it's kind of seeming like they're not really, like, they kind of have something out for him too. I'm not sure, but that's what it seemed like to me watching it. I don't know if you're watching. Let me know if you thought that below too. But yeah, when it comes to the moderators, bro, there was like 2 moments. I forgot the first one, but they asked a lot of like stupid shit that I'm glad Ron DeSantis was like, yo, we're not doing that. I forgot what the first one was, but the second one was,
None of you have indicated that you're dropping out. So, which one of you on stage tonight should be voted off the island? Please use your marker to write your choice on the notepad in front of you. 15 seconds starting now. Of the people on the stage, who should be? I'm absolutely serious.
With all due respect, I mean, we're here, like, we're happy to debate, but I think that that's disrespectful to my fellow competitors.
Nobody wants to participate.
Let's do some questions. Let's talk about the future of the country.
I'll answer. I want to be clear.
Let me ask you this.
what the fuck? Nikki Haley said something and Ron DeSantis said something. They're like, yo, like, bro, why y'all playing games, bro? Why y'all playing games for? We came here to talk about serious stuff, right? Y'all playing games like this is a Netflix reality show. Who's gonna vote off the island? This is not Total Drama Island. What's going on, bro? I was really baffled that they did that. Like, that's strange to me. It was really strange. I don't know if they were trying to be quirky or whatever, but I thought that was really weird. I don't know. I don't know whose idea that was, but it seemed like were they just trying to make them look dumb? Was that the goal, to make like the Republicans look stupid or something? I don't know, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else that really stood out to me aside from it. You know, the winners. I think the person who won was probably Trump. It was probably good that Trump wasn't there. Krispy Kreme Christie, he kept talking about Trump. He tried to say something that he thought was funny. I guess he was looking for a viral moment. Oh, Donald Trump keeps ducking, so we're not going to call him Donald Trump. We're going to call him Donald Duck. Ha ha. You know, don't care. Like, it wasn't funny. It was corny, dude. It was lame. Oh, shit. Shut up and get on a treadmill. But, you know, he kind of, you know, whatever. It just felt, you know, just that style of debate. They're really just like entertainment shows, bro. It's for entertainment. It's to see who can get off the most one-liners, who can make someone look dumb, the you know, the funniest. Like, there's not really room to actually talk and debate ideas. They don't get time to really lay out full policies. I haven't heard only one who I've heard give full, like, laid out policies and describe them in detail is Vivek. I haven't heard Tim Scott describe anything for real. I haven't heard Nikki Haley describe anything for real. I haven't heard DeSantis, not really. Even though DeSantis has you know, you can look at what he's done in Florida, but he hasn't really. I haven't seen him really lay out things in detail like Vivek does. Chris Christie, I don't even know what he's doing up there. They just put him up there. You know, I think the establishment just put him there to go against Trump. I guess that's how he made his name in the Trump era or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. That style of debate, it don't feel real. Like, if they could do something one-on-one like DeSantis and Gavin Newsom are going to do, where they actually sit and talk, no audience, maybe a moderator, I think, and they just let things out, and we the people can see what their ideas are and how they stack up against each other. That's cool. I fuck with that. But this current shit they doing with debates, like, it's just for viral moments, bro. You know what I'm saying? And who can outperform who? Because it's a performance. It's a performance for sure. It's a performance. You get 30 seconds to talk. What the hell? What are you supposed to say in 30 seconds? They're talking about, you know, they're here to talk about They're here to pretty much audition type shit for who is worthy of being the next leader of the free world. And you give them 30 seconds to talk, and then you're letting them talk over each other, and you're not treating everybody equally, and you got an audience cheering or booing in the back, and then trying to play stupid games like, oh, who would you vote off? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, another thing that was funny, Mike Pence did it and Tim Scott did it. There were specific questions that they asked them, and I was like, oh, hold on. I think with Tim Scott, they asked him first. That's how they started it. They asked him a question about his comments about the workers, saying that if he was president, he would like fire all the workers striking or whatever. And then they asked him, what does he mean by that? Are you not on the workers' side? You know, blue-collar workers, blue-collar citizens of America. A lot of the ones that vote Republican. And Tim Scott completely ducked. He completely ducked the question. And then Mike Pence did it too. I think it was about Obamacare. It was so funny.
$5 billion.
Just last month, Vice President Pence, you said if elected, you would repeal all Obamacare mandates. However, you also made that same promise in 2016. And at that time, Trump-Pence had congressional majorities for at least the first 2 years, and you did not deliver on that promise. So Obamacare, right now, it is more popular than ever. Why should Americans trust you, if you become president, to fix that, or is Obamacare here to stay?
Well, first, let me speak to the mass shootings issue, and then I'll answer that question. It's an important one, Dana. Look, I'm someone that believes that justice delayed is justice denied. And as a father of three, as a grandfather of three beautiful little girls, I am sick and tired of these mass shootings happening in the United States of America. And if I'm president of the United States, I'm going to go to the Congress of the United States, and we're going to pass a federal expedited death penalty for anyone involved in a mass shooting so that they will meet their fate in months, not years. It is unconscionable that the Parkland shooter, Ron, is actually going to spend the rest of his life behind bars in Florida. That's not justice. We have to mete out justice and send a message to these would-be killers that you are not going to live out your days behind bars. You're going to meet justice in this system.
But does that mean Obamacare is here to stay?
Well, thank you for reiterating the question, because I'd love to answer it. Look, I think it's one of the...
Obamacare, and then everybody just start busting out laughing, because bro, come on, it's so annoying. Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. You stop ducking. That's something that's a legitimate question, not something like, oh, well, if Trump becomes president, are you going to be his VP? You don't have to answer that. There's legitimate reason why you wouldn't want to answer that. But you can't answer questions about your own policy ideas. You look like a phony. You know what I'm saying? People peep that. They asked the question. The answer you gave was a bunch of bullshit. I don't know. But yeah, at the end of the day, let me know what y'all thought about the debate, whatever. I thought it was some bullshit, to be honest with you. There was gang piling Vivek. DeSantis did better than I think he did the first time. He looked more sure of himself rather than the first time where he looked real hesitant and docile. Somebody said breedable. What the fuck? Submissive and breedable. That's crazy. But he looked like he did better this time. Vivek got to stand up for himself, bro. He got to, yes, the truth is important, but you got to snap back at these people, okay? When I was watching, I'm like, yo, so many times I wanted him to just tell Nikki Haley, shut the fuck up, bitch. That's why I can't do shit like that, because I'll be up there telling her, shut your ass up, motherfucker. Shut up. But I'll probably lose. It'd be funny though. It'd be funny for sure. Cause listen, people get tired of hearing the bullshit. Okay, this is why people like Trump. This is why people like Vivek. Cause instead of them saying bullshit political answers, they were speaking straight to them. To what seemed like just giving it to you straight, no filter, nothing. That's what people related to that. That's not to say that I don't think Trump ducks questions, because I think he do be ducking questions. I think a lot of them do. It's politics. Let me know what you thought of the debate in the comments down below. Do y'all like that style of debate, or would you rather it was a more academic style debate? You know how they used to do it. They let people talk, they laid out their policy ideas, and they debated the merit of the ideas, not personal attacks and not platitudes that that don't mean nothing. Whew, damn. But yeah, man, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and hit the notification bell, and go in the description box and click the link to join the Discord. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Yeah. And one more thing I want to add to that too is bro, Vivek is the only one on that stage that is anti-establishment. He's the only one, just like how Trump was. He was the only one that is not a corporate career politician. And he knew that, and he called him out the first time. His mistake is trying to play nice and thinking that they're just going to play nice too. No, the establishment does not like you. That's including the Republican establishment, okay? That's including Fox News. Because look back at the clip of him and Nikki Haley. He is trying to respond to what Nikki Haley said about him in China. Tim Scott's interrupting him. Nikki Haley's interrupting him. Ron DeSantis started talking. But it seemed like Ron DeSantis was trying to like mediate it. And he's trying to talk. And what does the Spanish moderator say? Oh, Mr. Ramaswamy, I think you had enough time to explain to adjust the point. What the fuck? How he had enough time if they was talking over him? You know what I'm saying? He has to understand that these people are not his friends. They don't like him. They're on the attack. The knives and guns are out. He has to keep up the shield and fight back. There's no nice guys. It's politics. They don't like you. So yeah. All that, you know, he has to keep up. He has to keep up the shield, bruh. He has to keep up his shield and sword. Don't let your shield hand get tired, and don't let your sword hand get tired, boy. And he has to get better at clapping back. Because Trump would clap back, and oh yeah, Trump. He has to clap back too. He has to get better at clapping back. So yeah, I don't know. I think he just needs some black people on his team, okay? Alright.